Hello and welcome to jasonnewland.com. My name's Jason Newland. Please only listen when you can safely close your eyes. And this is let me bore you to sleep. And it's Trivia Tuesday. Trivia Tuesday. So it's really weird. Whenever I see the two Supermen together, like the last Superman and the new Superman, they look so similar. Like really, really similar. It's kind of weird. It's on the same, just very similar. That's all. I mean, different. You can see the difference if you look close up, and yeah, very different, but same facial structure. I like the new Superman. What I liked about the new Superman is that there is some humour there. The old Superman, I say old, but he's been around for, blimey, a while now, isn't he? Yeah. I remember, that was weird. Yeah, anyway, yeah, I remember he's been around since about 2013. So this new one. Anyway, what am I talking about that for? I just got up, so I'm just yawning, trying to get my head, wobbling my head to get it. Oh, I've had a good nearly 8 hours sleep. I just couldn't be bothered to get out of bed. But I couldn't be bothered. Just, I wanted to get up. I was just so tired. It's strange. I must have been running in my sleep or something. Did a marathon. Right. Okay, so I'm just trying to think. I caught up with EastEnders, and I watched probably 2 weeks worth, if not more, last night. But I was kind of fast forwarding. I didn't watch every episode all the way through. But it's got weird. That's all I can say about EastEnders. It's gone very weird. It's very strange things. very surreal. So, what should we talk about? I'll talk about how tired I am today. Trivia Tuesday ideas. Let's have a look. Let's chat GTB. Think of something. What about superheroes? Just as we were talking about superheroes. Superheroes. Yeah. Oh, by the way, this Friday, which is Boxing Day, isn't it? Blimey. This Friday, Q&A Friday, is all about Andre, my little ferret that used to live here. I just thought I'd do a special, remembrance. I don't know, just basically, if you've got any questions about Andre, if you know who he is, if you remember him, or maybe just interested, because I do mention him every now and then. That's kind of what I'm doing this coming Friday. Superheroes. So I've got some trivia here. I'm gonna stop you. I will stop yawning in a minute. It happens sometimes. Sometimes it happens. Superheroes. Superman first appeared in Action Comics #1 in 1938. And Superman was created by Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster. Here's my thing, right? What do they call it? The movie they had with Superman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, The Flash, and Cyborg. And, each individual superhero is amazing. But all together, they can't even take on Superman. It just makes them look weak. I just kind of, like with the Flash, Superman being able to move faster than the Flash. I think the Flash should be able to move faster than Superman, because that's his special power, isn't it? Moving fast. The way they kind of done it is that he's faster and stronger than everything else. So he doesn't really have any kind of competition. mind you, what they did in the TV show, was it Superman and Lewis? The more recent one, I mean. They cloned, or Lex Luthor cloned Superman. Which ended up being stronger than Superman. See, I won't spoil the plot because there's more involved, but it was yeah, I think that idea was also I'm seeing similarities between different plots because one of my favourite superhero show, well, it's called The Boys. It's like they're anti-heroes, really. I mean, they're supposed to be superheroes, but they're kind of not so much. Some of them are. And it's in a world where there are mutants, but they're not. They were given this serum as babies, which gave them, basically brought out a superpower in them. And yeah, there's a lot involved, but it's a very good show. It's adult, so it's not for the I don't know, what would you call someone that doesn't like adult stuff? A child? No, I don't mean that, but I mean, it's not adult as in okay, it's adult, but it's not like lovey-dovey adult, if you know what I mean. I can hear something, but I don't know what it is. It's nearly Christmas, ladies and gentlemen. Nearly Xmas. Anyway, I do recommend The Boys, but there's lots of naughty words, and it's just like a really adult version of, well, it is an adult version of, well, it's not really adult version of anything because there's nothing on TV like it. It's a completely different show to anything else. So The Boys, and they did another things that kind of a spin-off from The Boys, and I forget what that was called, but that's also really good, that I like anyway. Batman debuted in Detective Comics number 27, 1939. Yeah, I remember hearing about that. Not in 1939, but I remember. I suppose technically he is a detective, isn't he? Kind of. But he doesn't have a magnifying glass, though. Isn't that what detectives do? Walk around with magnifying glasses and search for fingerprints and stuff. Batman has no superpowers. He relies on training intelligence and technology. Some people prefer Batman to Superman. I think for that reason. Now, with Superman versus Batman, or Batman versus Superman, whatever it was called, a few years back, Batman outwitted Superman at the start. Which is kind of the only way you're going to do it. Especially if you're kind of just a normal human like Batman. But then he's not really normal, is he? Because he's acrobatic and I don't know. I mean, I never really engrossed myself in the Batman movies. The more recent, well, I say the more recent ones, the ones in the last 20 years. That's crazy, isn't it? So, the Bale, whatever his name is, was it Batman? So there's three, wasn't there? Three Batmans. I watched the first one on a date with a lady in 2005, and it put me off Batman. Not the date was fine, but you know, the relationship didn't go so great, and I just and also I guess I wasn't that interested in the movie. I remember Liam Neeson was in it, and there was some bats and stuff. So yeah, I might rewatch them just to sort of gain a bit more appreciation. In fact, I might do that. Watch all three back to back, just to see, not back to back as in sitting there like a sausage for 7 hours or 8 hours or whatever it would take. I think they're quite long movies as well, aren't they? Yeah, I might do that. Maybe watch. We'll see. I probably won't. I might though. I did think about rewatching the Marvel movies. You know, all of the Avenger ones, I mean. Because I would say they were my favourites. You know, I liked. I'd say my least favourite movies were the Iron Man ones. And then, although I did like Iron Man 2, that was my favourite one out of the Iron Man. Although my Iron Man number one there were some funny bits in it. Spider-Man. I mean, the truth is, I watch every single one of them. So, I don't dislike any of them. The Spider-Man ones, yeah, I like them. Yeah, I like watching them at the time, and then I don't really want to revisit, but then I don't generally wish to revisit any movie that I've seen. Not usually. Because once I've seen it, I've seen it. And I'm not a film buff, and I don't get all excited and wet kind of by looking at the scenery and noticing the camera albums, the camera angles, and or the dialogue, or just the actual filmmaking aspect of it doesn't really interest me. So I just go by whether or not I enjoyed watching it. And I've enjoyed most of the movies I've watched. I saw Spider-Man, I think it was Spider-Man 2, in the cinema. Like, this is 2003 or 4, 2004 probably. So this is back at Tobey Maguire time. But I wasn't very well, so I didn't enjoy it so much. I'm not even sure if I stayed to the end. But I was in the cinema on my own. There might have been a few other people dotted around. And that's one of those weird things, is there was an old cinema in the town where I lived at the time. And I loved it because no one ever went there. And it closed down. And I was surprised. I was definitely disappointed. Why would I be surprised? It's like it's a difficult one, isn't it? The only way that it wasn't going to close is if it got busy, which meant I wouldn't want to go there anymore. So, yeah, it's a shame. I like that cinema. See, I don't need everything to be super high spangled technology for a movie, just to show the movie. Oh, look at this. Wonder Woman was first appeared in All-Star Comics number 8 in 1941 and was inspired partly by Greek mythology. Yeah, that does seem to be a very mythological, doesn't it? A very kind of Samson and what's his name? Hercules. It just seems very Hercules-y, doesn't it? Wonder Woman. Or kind of very similar to that. There was a woman that played Queen of the Desert or something. And she used to scream like that. And there was a crossover between her and Hercules TV show. See, for me, I like Wonder Woman. I like the movies. I like the actor. It works. I'm very pleased for the franchise. But my Wonder Woman was the original Wonder Woman. And if I'd have if I'd have done the couching, or what do you call it, casting, if I'd have done the casting for the movie, it would have been different. I'd have got an unknown star to play the part. Yeah. I fell asleep then, I don't know what I was talking about. Yeah, I'd get an unknown star. I was thinking of, what's her name, Henderson. Or I don't know, there's a few. But, have it up to date. But maybe keep it a little bit like the original TV show. Because it would get I don't know if it'd get more views, but it'd get more publicity. Spider-Man, Spider-Man does whatever a spider can. Spins his web, just it catches thieves, just like flies. Spins his web, any size, catches thieves, just like flies. Oh, here comes a Spider-Man. Debuted in Amazing Fantasy number 15, 1962. Wow, there was like 30 years between Superman and Spider-Man. Spider-Man was created by Stan Lee and Steve Ditko. It's interesting that Stan Lee's the one that gets all the credit, all the attention, and he was in all of the. I mean, he's passed away now, but he made like a little cameo appearance in all of the movies, all of the what do you call it, movies? DC is Superman and Wonder Woman and The Flash and Batman and all that, and then you've got it's gone out of my head now because I'm not awake. Then you got the other ones that was Spider-Man and Iron Man and the Hulk and all those people. Wonder Woman was in okay, right. Spider-Man was one of the first teenage superheroes not portrayed as a sidekick. And Iron Man first appeared in Tales of Suspense, 1939. I mean, there was a movie. I don't know if it was called Iron Man, but it was a very similar named movie. Rocket Man, I think. And it pretty much was the same as Iron Man, except it wasn't quite as classy. I mean, they didn't have the special effects back then, because this would have been in the 80s, I think. But it's pretty much the same, really, in some ways. Iron Man was created during the Cold War. Was it cold, though? Because the Cold War lasted for ages. I mean, didn't it at least warm up in the summer? Captain America debuted in 1941, punching Adolf Hitler on the cover. Oh, brilliant. Captain America's shield is made of the fictional metal vibranium. What do you mean fictional? Is that not real then? The vibranium, is that not real? The Hulk first appeared in The Incredible Hulk #1, 1962. I used to sometimes read comics, like the Hulk or whatever. And I didn't always find it easy to follow them. I don't know who's talking now. Because the mouth bubble wasn't always near the mouth. But I did find them quite exciting, especially. Yeah, I found it interesting. The artwork was amazing. So, yeah, I liked them, but I didn't really read them very often. Thor is based on a Norse god from mythology, Yar. First appeared in Journey into Mystery number 83, 1962. And Black Panther debuted in Fantastic Four. Oh, okay. I didn't know there was a crossover there. Fantastic Four number 52, 1966. And was Marvel's first black superhero. It's saying here Wakanda is a fictional African nation rich in vibranium. Fictional. Why are they saying fictional? We've all seen it. It's on the screen. You can't deny what we can see with our own eyes. Flash has had multiple characters using the same superhero name. Really? I didn't know that. Barry Allen is the most well-known version of the Flash. And the Green Lantern is a title held by multiple characters. I would argue, I would say that forgetting Superman, who basically can do anything and he doesn't need to have sort of super intelligence, or because he always comes out, doesn't he? But I really, and I might be the only person in the world to say this, but I liked the Green Lantern movie. Even the person that wrote it and has starred in it didn't like it. I thought it was good. And also the idea of being able to just imagine anything, and it, because of the ring, it creates whatever they're thinking. I don't know, I just think it's such a great idea. Almost limitless. And I think the Green Lantern, I don't know about the more recent one because their haircut seemed unnecessary. Just unnecessary to have that haircut. I mean, I'm not being rude, but blimey. For all the superheroes, that's the worst haircut I've ever seen. And my haircut's not great. But it's just, yeah. Although they do address it in the new Superman movie. That's the Lantern, the latest Green Lantern incarnation. His name's Guy. So there's a scene where Superman says, "Listen, Guy." And I thought, no, he didn't just say that, did he? What's next? Like, yeah, Guy, yeah, my man. Swear down. I just thought, oh, this is going to go wrong. It didn't end up being that way. I fell asleep again. I definitely needed more sleep last night. Wonder why. Okay, the X-Men. So the Green Lantern power rings are powered by willpower. I just still think the Green Lantern has got so many possibilities, limited only by your imagination. The X-Men debuted in 1963 in X-Men, or The X-Men #1, and the stories often reflected real-world events, real-world themes of discrimination. Wolverine first appeared in The Incredible Hulk, number 180, in 1974. So the X-Men didn't even have Wolverine to start with. Wow. I can't imagine the X-Men without Wolverine. Deadpool's first appearance in the New Mutants, number 98 in 91. Deadpool is known for breaking the fourth wall. Doctor Strange debuted in Strange Tales number 110 in 1963. So Doctor Strange is Marvel's primary sorcery character. Yeah, but what about what's her name? The witch, the Scarlet Witch. I mean, you could argue she's more powerful than Doctor Strange. Maybe that'll be a thing where they go against each other. Aquaman's first appearance in More Fun Comics number 73 in 1941. See, I'd never heard of Aquaman until I used to watch this TV show called Entourage, I really liked it. And it's basically Matt Dillon's brother was in it. And he played the brother of a famous actor. Kind of ironic because he is. And the famous actor was this young bloke, and he was doing really successful, and he just had these people around him, the entourage, like his friends and his manager and all that stuff. And he eventually gets an acting job playing not Bob Dylan's brother, not Bob Dylan, Matt Dillon, the star of the show, kind of the young bloke. He gets a movie playing Aquaman, and in the TV show it ends up going and being the number one box office hit. And this was like years and years before they made the Aquaman movie. That story wasn't quite as interesting as I thought it would be. Aquaman can communicate with marine life. Why would you want to? I don't know. The Avengers first assembled in Avengers number 1 in 1963. And the Avengers were created as Marvel's answer to DC's Justice League. So they were just copying, really, weren't they? Justice League first appeared in The Brave and the Bold, number 28, 1960. So that would be Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, etc. Original Justice League members included Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman. That was the next sentence. Wow, that was very foresightly of me, wasn't it? Superhero costumes originally used bright colours for cheap printing clarity. Oh, so that's why they're bright colours, just basically so they stood out on page. Capes became popular due to comic book visual style, and Stan Lee co-created or helped create many Marvel superheroes, and he often made cameo appearances in Marvel films. He did. Krypton is Superman's home planet. Yeah, I suppose most people probably know that if they know Superman. Gotham City is fictional but inspired by New York City. Oh, is it fictional? Oh. Metropolis represents a brighter counterpart to Gotham. I think I fell asleep again there. I keep falling asleep. Superheroes became especially popular during the last war, and comic books sales declined in the 1960s due to censorship concerns. Wow. So if they were blanking out or blurring parts then, because if I remember rightly, there was a lot of, if I remember looking at those magazines or those papers, and I could feel a degree of tension between me and the magazine. A bit of so just look at this. Superhero films surged in popularity in the early 2000s, and superheroes remain one of the most enduring genres in popular culture. Well, I think the X-Men movie in 2000, I think. It's still dark outside. It's 6:40 in the morning. It's still dark out there. Oh, I'm so looking forward to when it's light. I mean, not today, but just generally. I figured my ideal light time would be all year round, light by 6 in the morning until 6 at night. I don't know, but yeah, I like that idea. I fell asleep again. I had no idea what I was waffling. I fell asleep again, briefly. I have no idea what I was waffling on about. See, some of this trivia is just stuff that I knew anyway. Like Krypton is where, not Stevie Wonder, Wonder Woman came from. Krypton, home planet, Gotham City, Metropolis, presented by High Brighter Counterfeit. So Gotham City and Metropolis are not twin places, but sort of similar cities. Metropolis is a bit nicer. So the superheroes became very popular during World War II. Comic books sales declined in 1950s due to censorship concerns. Yeah. And the Comics Code Authority was created in 1954. Superhero films surged in popularity. Anyhow, okay, I already done that one. So yeah, it's still one of the most popular genres. I love superhero movies. I will continue to watch them forever. Forever and ever and ever and ever and ever, because I love them. So there. Now that was a very boring Trivia Tuesday. And I hope that you enjoyed the boredom. So thank you for listening. Remember to be kind to yourself, because you do deserve to be happy. And be gentle with yourself. You deserve to feel safe. And also remember that you are enough. You're already enough. And you're going to be okay. Lots of love. Bye.